What's up, everyone? It's now time for my favorite part of the show, Anthony Jeselnik.
You can't stop progress. The city of Memphis is changing the name of a park named after Ku Klux Klan founder Nathan Bedford Forrest. Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for your applause.
I know, where was the plot?
The city has spent years debating a name change, but this isn't the first time Bedford Forrest has left people hanging. Let's get into this one. A gun shop in Detroit has agreed to stop selling targets that look like Osama bin Laden after meeting with members of the Council of American Islamic Relations. Instead, the store will now sell targets that look like members of the Council of American Islamic Relations. And finally, I'm sure you heard about this. Last week, singer Chris Brown totaled his Porsche 911 in Beverly Hills. This comes as no surprise to me. Chris Brown loves that car. And now this is crazy. A woman in Australia attacked her boyfriend, assaulted his mother, and then smashed his television after she caught him masturbating in the shower. Which could sound like an overreaction, but it was a baby shower. We've all done that. Taste the rainbow for the first time ever. Gay soldiers and their partners will be buried together in Arlington National Cemetery. Yeah. But before you get too excited, you should know it's while they're still alive. Last week, country singer Mindy McCready shot her dog and then herself, and what police are calling a horrible tragedy followed by a suicide. Here's a fun fact for you guys. According to a new study, the leading cause of death for children in America is accidents. Yeah. Coming in a close second, accidents.
Accident.
Clean up in aisle 4. Police are on the lookout for a Native American man who's been throwing semen onto female shoppers in a New Mexico Walmart. On the bright side, the women can now legally claim to be 1/16th Cherokee. Yeah. They can get into any college they want. Here's some more math. Investigators say that Newtown shooter Adam Lanza may have been trying to...
He went like... Oh, man. After he said the name, he was like... Wow. Oh, I love his dark humor.
Outdo the death toll of Norwegian mass killer Anders Breivik. Yeah. But ultimately, Breivik beat Lanza 77-26. 77-26, yeah. Talk about a massacre. Let's get into this one. Ex-porn star Scarlett Rouge has been accused of murdering her boyfriend. Detectives don't have much to go on, but they believe the name of the suspect's first pet was Scarlett, and she grew up on Rouge Road. Everybody bow down to the row. In Georgia, a death row inmate with an IQ of 70 was granted a last-minute stay of execution after the governor decided it would be irresponsible to execute the smartest person in Georgia. And finally, a beer named Albino Rhino has been discontinued after an albino woman filed a human rights complaint. White people problems. Everyone's still laughing about this one. Last week, a hot air balloon crash in Egypt killed 19 tourists. 19 people are dead. But on the plus side, a bunch of lucky guys got out of proposing. Here she is. Miss Teen Delaware was forced to give up her crown this week after her porn video surfaced online. But there's another happy ending. She was just offered a $250,000 contract by YouPorn, which just goes to show you, when God closes a door, he opens up a browser window. Let's put a face on this story. Last week, a woman in Boston received one of the world's first successful face transplants, and she looks great. In fact, the only downside is constantly having to tell people she's actually not Mindy McCready. That'll do, pig. The conservative watchdog group 1 Million Moms is upset at a Geico commercial featuring a pig on a date with a woman. Their biggest complaint? The pig torments the million moms with its unobtainable body image. That's no moon. Actress Carrie Fisher was recently hospitalized after a bipolar episode on a cruise ship. Reps for Fisher say she's sad that it happened, but happy that it happened. I don't think we talked about porn yet. A man in Michigan says that he was robbed of over $7,000 worth of vintage porn. $7,000. But can you really put a price on watching people give each other AIDS? Hey, here's some news from the world of porn. Joe Francis, the founder of the Girls Gone Wild video franchise, filed for bankruptcy last week. I know, right? Devastating. The Girls Gone Wild franchise is now 16 years old, but Francis claims he has a release that says it's 18. Let's get into this one. In Florida, at a building for the online college Full Sail University, a student yelled racial slurs at a black classmate and then stabbed him with a screwdriver. Thus answering the question, what does it take to get kicked out of Full Sail University? And finally, Bobby Brown has been sentenced to 55 days in jail for a DUI. Sad. Bobby said that normally he would never drive drunk, but he was in a hurry to meet Whitney Houston. Thank you, everybody. That's my monologue. Good night.
I take it this was after Whitney Houston died.
Thank you. You guys are a great crowd. I don't usually do monologue encores, but what the hell. Plus, I'm almost positive we haven't talked about porn yet. After open heart surgery, porn star Ron Jeremy has been given the okay to have sex again. Yeah. And his female co-stars are thrilled to have him back, too. In fact, you can see it all over their faces. Believe it or not, Justin Bieber was booed at his concert in London last week after he took the stage. Yeah, cheer that, boo. After he took the stage 2 hours later than his scheduled time. But in his defense, Usher takes forever to.
But in his defense, Usher takes forever to. Come. Oh, whatever. C-O-M-E. That's what I meant. Come. C-O-M-E. What were you thinking?
Did you guys bleep that? Come on. Do I have to come up there? I will all over the place. I'm doing science. Scientists say astronauts traveling to Mars should line the walls of their spacecraft with their own feces to protect against space radiation. That is crazy. Smearing your own feces on the wall really does protect against cosmic rays? I think Embassy Suites owes Amanda Bynes an apology. Check out those bunny horns. Playboy is launching a Hebrew language edition of their men's magazine. All the models will be Israeli, and all their turn-ons will be negotiating for more turn-ons. Now let's get into this one. The state of Hawaii has just passed the Steven Tyler Act, which protects celebrities from the paparazzi after embarrassing photos were taken of Tyler and his girlfriend at the beach house. She was on the beach, and he was resting on his stick under a heat lamp eating crickets. I don't know what to think about this one. A transgender MMA fighter who was born a man has set her sights on fighting in the UFC. She says she has no advantage over naturally born women, except for the fact that she's reasonable. You know that's what they're like. You know it. God, we're so different. Here's a joke for the whole family. The director of the video for the classic Fuji song, Killing Me Softly, is on trial for impregnating 3 of his daughters to create a pure bloodline. Yeah, that is terrible. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Now this story is just cute enough. Actress Allison Hannigan has taken out a restraining order against a stalker who's been threatening to kill her. Of course, Hannigan is best known for How I Met Your Mother, American Pie, and living at 1442 Limbar Drive, West Hollywood, California.
Was that her actual address?
And finally, stay classy. A man in San Diego has been charged with assaulting a woman he met through a Christian dating website. It's like the old saying goes, when you see one set of footprints, that's when I was raping you. Huge story right out of the gate. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth have ended their engagement. Tough, yeah. So great news for all you guys out there that love Miley Cyrus. Liam Hemsworth's available. Smoke him if you got him. Last week, a man was caught in a grocery store in California in a bathroom reading a pornographic magazine while smoking marijuana laced with cocaine and being accompanied by a small child. Yeah. Police are still baffled by what it takes to get this man off. In a bathroom reading a pornographic magazine while smoking marijuana laced with cocaine and being accompanied by a small child. Yeah. Police are still baffled by what it takes to get this man off. Don't let this get you down. A company in Pittsburgh has developed a new line of dolls called Dolls for Downs that have the same characteristics as children with Down syndrome. The dolls have been very popular, although for some reason people keep canceling their orders during the first trimester. Now where my papal at? The papal conclave has elected their new pope, Pope Francis from Argentina. He's the first pope ever from South America and the 266th gay pope. Swing batter. Last week, a Little League in Illinois raffled off an AR-15 assault rifle to raise money for the teams. Yeah. Great news if your favorite part of baseball is watching kids get picked off. Now, I don't know what to think about this one. Last week, Taylor Swift stopped by a Nebraska hospital to pay a visit to one of her biggest fans, a 10-year-old cancer patient. The little girl was thrilled to meet her idol in person and says it's something she'll remember for as short as she lives. Fill her up. In Israel, President Obama's limo broke down when someone filled it with unleaded fuel instead of diesel. You know, if we all drove electric cars, this wouldn't have happened because the president would never set foot in the Middle East again. How romantic. 2 teenagers in Steubenville, Ohio were sentenced to just 3 years after being found guilty of raping a girl while she was passed out drunk. They actually could have gotten 6 years in prison, but they weren't pirating music. That's 2 jokes back to back with a message. Not going to see that anywhere else. Real G's roll in silence like lasagna. Lil Wayne has been released from the hospital a week after being treated for a suspected codeine overdose. The rapper says he plans to one day write about the experience, either here or here.
Either here or here. Peace, everyone.